Hi, my name is Colin Harrington. In this video I'm going to be talking about neon lights and how they work. I'm also going to be talking about the history behind it, and I'm also going to explain the pros and cons that neon lights have. I hope you guys enjoy this video and I hope you guys learned something from it. So if you're ready, I'm ready, let's get started. So before I talk about neon lights and how they work, I want to talk about what I have in this picture. This is a picture of a neon atom. When a neon light is turned off, every neon atom that is in the glass tube of the neon light will look like this. This is what the atom looks like when it's in its ground state. This is what the neon atom looks like when it's in the excited state. When electricity is applied, the neon atom will then gain energy by absorbing the electricity. As it's absorbing the electricity, it's pushing the amount of valence electrons out farther away from the center of the atom. When it's time for the atom to release energy, it'll bring the valence electrons back into their original orbital. As they're falling back into their original orbital, they are releasing all their energy in the form of light. As long as the neon light is turned on, every single atom that is in the light will repeat this process to produce the glow. This is a basic model of a neon light. There are many components to this picture. This black box represents the transformer. This is what creates the electrical current that moves throughout the neon light. When it's plugged into the wall outlet, it then receives electricity to create the electrical current. After the electrical current leaves the transformer, it then passes through these wires. These wires are called the electric current wires. Coming from the end of the electric current wires, it then passes through a set of electrodes. One electrode is called the cathode, which is the positive electrode. The other electrode is called the anode, which is the negative electrode. After the current passes through the electrodes, it then reaches the vacuum glass tube. Inside this glass tube contains the neon atoms. When the electrical current is bonded with the neon atoms, it produces the glow. When using different gases, neon lights can have different colors. Take these three gases for example. Neon usually emits light in a red spectrum. When krypton is used in the same process, krypton emits light in a blue spectrum. When xenon is used in this process, it emits light in a green spectrum. A neon sign's transformer can vary in voltage rate. This depends on how bright the neon sign is and how many colors there are. If we take a look at this open sign, your average sign that you would see in a pizzeria, we can see that the transformer only generates 6,000 volts of electricity. This is because there's only two colors for the transformer to send electrons to form the bonds. It's also not as bright, so the transformer doesn't have to be as big, as opposed to the open 24 hours sign. The transformer is much bigger. As you can see, it generates 20,000 volts of electricity. This is because there's more colors for the transformer to send electrons to, and the sign is a lot brighter. The brighter the sign, the bigger the transformer. The more colors there are, the bigger the transformer. When you talk about open signs, you don't need that big of a transformer. The inventor of the neon light goes by the name of George Claude. George Claude was a French chemist and engineer. He was the first to apply an electrical discharge to neon in an enclosed tube. He displayed his first neon lamp to the public of Paris in 1910. After their debut in 1910, neon signs were then discovered by Americans in the 1920s. Neon signs were used in major towns and cities of America as advertisements. They were attracted by and still are attracted by people today. Let's first start with the pros. Neon lights last a very long time if taken care of. They can also be made in various designs, like different colors and different shapes. They are also conservative of electricity, even though they have high voltage rates. Okay, now let's look at the cons. Neon lights are very expensive to buy and they're also very expensive to fix. They have a low light output compared to the electricity input. They also need a big surface area for general lighting. All in all, neon lights are a cool form of entertainment.